Hello everyone and welcome back to another Doctor Who review. Today we are talking about Dot and Bubble. This is the latest episode written by Russell T. Davies, following up his last episode, 73 Yards. Diving right into it, while I thought the episode itself was a bit of a mixed bag for me, I thought the ending was fantastic. I love how the episode ended. I thought the concept of the episode, the idea of it, was really interesting and kind of, a commentary on people being stuck in their bubbles, stuck in their kind of virtual realities, and, seeing the Doctor and Ruby try to, get through to somebody. I thought the very, bright set design and the overlighting did help the tone it was going for, but I thought the metaphor was a little bit over the head with her not being able to walk properly. I understand it made story sense, but it just felt kind of cheesy and didn't work for me. And while I like is his name Rookie September? Is that his name? I like that character after we see him in the flesh, but when he was just kind of performing in the bubble, I was a bit annoyed at that. It was coming in at weird times. And I also thought the pacing of the episode was a bit weird. And another thing is, since it's rebranding to season 1, you've seen a lot of exposition happen in the beginning episodes, which makes sense, but we're basically halfway through the season. 2 episodes in a row, there's been a really Doctor Light episode, and then for the majority of this episode, they're in this virtual thing. And you see them in person, but it kind of sucked that it's another episode where we don't kind of get them front and center. And those episodes can work really great. I love the last episode, but I just think its placement in the season is a bit odd. The monster itself in the episode, I thought it looked visually very cool. The way that they eat people is actually kind of horrific and awesome. And I'll use that as a transition to talk about what I did like about the episode. I loved how all of the people were just insufferable assholes, especially the lead character. As you watch the episode, you learn that they're kind of just the rich kids who are just sent off to play on this land from a planet that is basically extinct and but seemingly taken out by the monsters. And I also thought it was an interesting idea to have the tools that they use could be the thing that becomes artificially intelligent and just decides that they don't like you very much, which, that obviously being a commentary on people today and technology. I thought that worked quite nicely. But the highlight of the episode is the end. And when I say the end, it starts with when our lead character kind of throws Ricky September under the bus and lets him get killed. That was insane, because you already didn't like her before, but you're kind of wondering, is this character going to go on a journey? What's the story arc here? And at the end, Ncuti Gatwa's amazing performance, basically begging these awful people, please let me save your life. The Doctor you see almost this despair in his performance. And they're just no, we don't want to. We actually don't really want to be associated with you in person. We're just going to take our own chances. And the Doctor just being at a complete loss of words. It's not something that you see that often in Doctor Who. You've seen people kind of say, I can go on my own, but it came from a place of the Doctor kind of knew that character could be okay on their own. In this situation, he knows leaving them is doom. Leaving them is them dying, is what's going to happen. The utter shock on his face, Ncuti sold it really well. Just the shock on his face of he cannot believe that these people are that stupid, that are that spoiled and entitled, and then he's just going to have to leave them and let them die. And it really hurt him and affect him, and that scream he lets out. And even Ruby Sunday, Millie Gibson's performance on the side, just kind of not knowing what to do, kind of just reacting to what's happening as well. I thought the ending of the episode really capped it nicely. I do wish that the episode itself was a little bit better, but I like the story that they were telling, I like the metaphor they were using, and I thought the ending was great. And don't get me wrong, this isn't an awful episode or anything, but I do think it has pacing issues. I do think it was a little bit on the nose in some areas, and it just kind of felt a bit tacky, and I was annoyed that for this placement in the season, there was another kind of Dr. Light episode. But the ending really bumped it up a couple notches for me. It was a great ending, and I think it's going to be one of those Doctor Who moments that gets talked about for a while. So yeah, overall, a bit mixed on this one, but there were a lot of things I liked about it, some things I didn't like about it. But what did you guys think? I'd love to hear what you thought in the comments below. Give me your thoughts on Doctor Who, Dot and Bubble. Thank you guys so much for watching the review, and we will see you on the next one.